on stage. Very, very fitting. Ooh, Mamma Mia. I remember this was the first time I ever wore a wife beater. I'm wearing the same shoes right now. And very fond memories of this show. It was a fun show. I think personally I was going through like some other type of things. But on stage, it was such a great performance. And I got to be dance partners with Eliza, who knows how to dance. So that was always great. I remember for the little plastic mask things, my strap broke, so I had to use a hair tie backstage. And that was the first show where I ever spent the entire show backstage singing, because we had to sing for every single song. But it was a great show. Next one. Oh, Lysistrata. Lysistrata was very good. This was the first time, well, I don't know if it was the first time, but the first time where we had someone like writing the show along with helping it become, like producing it, kind of. So Darren Kennedy, doctor, who essentially wrote the parts for us, which I think is very fun. It's always very fun to say that you had someone write a part just for you. But I played Lou, and I don't know, part of me feels like Lou and Isaac are the same person, just in like different fonts, because we didn't really have too much character description to go off of. It was just kind of based on us. Next one. Okay, it's Lysistrata. Oh, it is Lysistrata. Back when it was bare bones and nothing. Again, still wearing the same shoes for all three of these, which I'm also wearing right now, which that wallet is always in my pocket. No one else has that. Lysistrata again. This scene was a lot of fun because I think it was like one of the only scenes where I kind of just stood there. I had that in the opening scene and this scene where I wasn't really doing much. I was just kind of standing in the background. And it was a lot of fun because Eliza and I would just talk during it. During the shows too. We would just talk about whatever we wanted to. And we would take selfies back there too. On all the tech rehearsal days, we would take selfies of ourselves and she would post them on her Snapchat story, which was a lot of fun. Ugh. Peter and the Starcatcher, Ted. Ted is, I don't know, he's like Winnie the Pooh a little bit. He was so kind to me. And that was one of the first times I kind of ever had a director in the callbacks, Andy. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but he pretty much just asked me if I would like to be Ted, and I said yes. And that's what he put me as. It was my first time ever doing like a play at the Art Center, which is like my second home now. But it was a lot of fun. And the other two boys I was with, Petey and Eli, were a lot of fun to work with. Everyone in that cast was a lot of fun to work with, and I would totally do it again if I could. Which one? Oh, Legally Blonde. But Legally Blonde was a lot of fun. It was a great show. I loved the musical. I'd loved the musical for like years before. And it was just, I was so happy to be in that show. I got the part I wanted to, Nikos. Nikos was great. I think the only other part I would have wanted was Kyle the delivery guy, but I don't think I'm cut out for that. Nikos was very much just like another version of me also. Oh, Little Shop. The second time I ever done Little Shop, my most performed play that I've ever done for me, the play that I've done the most times is Little Shop of Horrors with a whopping 2 times. And Audrey too, because Audrey too has been iconic for forever. So having to live up to that certain kind of image was a lot of fun, but I got to approach it from my own way, which I really like to do. Working alongside all the other understudies was pretty great. All of them did a very, very fantastic job, as well as the normal lead. It was a great show. It was so much fun. Oh, another picture of all the Audreys. Annika's in that Bernstein dress. I love the Bernstein dress, both of them. First time I ever saw them, I was like, I love that outfit. Perrin, a sweetie. I liked my shirt that I got from it. So do it for the experience and for the free t-shirt. Oh God, The Visit. This is a great picture. The Visit was probably one of the most difficult plays I've ever done, and it was one of the most challenging roles I've ever had to fit into in the first 2 acts of the show, because I didn't have too much to go off of, and I think for The Visit, we all kind of brought a little something to the show that helped us play off of each other, and that's kind of what made the show what it became. Because we didn't, I don't know, the vision was strong, and we knew we wanted to go in a certain direction, but we just didn't know how to do that yet. And I think everyone really played off each other very well, and it was, I think the cast of The Visit was very close compared to other casts. And I don't know if the show's difficulty had to do with that, but I like to think it did. But I found a lot of us like backstage talking to each other and asking for like advice and things as more like actors and professionals, and also still getting to hang out with our friends, which was great. The Visit again. Katie Hurd, she did a great job with this role. She had the princess track the whole time, so if you ask her, she'll say that she loved it. The outfits for the show was also, I do like the outfits for the show. The costume did a great job. I think it's taught me a lot of like discipline and self-respect and things like that, which is something that you wouldn't really first think of when you see a gaggle of theater kids. But for me personally, it's kind of what taught me, like when someone's giving instructions, you're not talking. When you're backstage, you're not talking. Like, I kind of saw it not only as a way to have fun, but also as like a work almost. Getting Lou in Lysistrata was the first time I had gotten like a named character in a while. So getting that part really kind of helped and kind of pushed me forward into now wanting to do theater professionally. I think it's all for the experience rather than what you get from it. Like, you're not gonna like gain anything, but you're gonna have a great time, and it's all about learning in that way. And definitely be quiet. Don't talk too much. Be quiet, please. My name is Isaac Hartz, and this has been my life on stage so far.